Good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster, touching base with you as I do every day and today's TrendWatch Thursday. So I am with my buddy and pal, Chris Edwards. What's up, Chris?
Good morning. How you doing today?
Like I said earlier, I was like, I just did my workout for the first time on a treadmill. I haven't been on a treadmill in decades. I remember one time when I was on a treadmill I think I was on a cruise, and I sprained my ankle.
On the treadmill?
The treadmill. I was wearing the wrong sneakers.
Oh,
I was wearing these old beat up, not beat up, but they were like hardcore. And I'm flat foot, so I didn't have an arch in these sneakers, and my ankle twisted, and I was like, "Damn, will they count?" And I never went back to a treadmill,
well, here's the
but
thing. You
I'm back.
have to, and this goes for any type of workouts. You have to have proper sneakers on,
Yes,
and don't really wear old sneakers because they don't give your body any support. And if you're a
yes,
runner or a walker, every few months or there's a certain mileage that they recommend that you get
true.
a new pair of sneakers because you'll definitely feel the difference.
Well, I have a brand new pair of the Hoya sneakers, so I'm using them for and they have this like
Those are very
curve.
popular.
They have like
They
so
have
they
a
when
good
you
bounce
walk,
to them, I hear.
yeah, and they're
I might have
spongy
to
and
look into
foam.
those.
My neighbor bought them for me, gave them to me for a going away present for me. As I when
Oh,
I sold my apartment, she said, "Oh, there's
wait,
a
were
gift
those
for
the
you."
blue ones?
Yes, the blue ones, they're
Okay,
right back
okay.
there, and so I'm now putting them to use. I mean, I was putting
Good
them to
for
use
you.
before, but they're gonna be
Now you
now
really
allocated to the treadmill.
okay, okay. That's
So,
good.
I feel good. I feel proud of myself. I did 1 mile on the treadmill this morning, so and
We
because
all
normally
gotta
I
start
walk 4
somewhere.
miles, right? But,
Yeah.
back when I was walking, but now I'm trying to get back into my exercise routine. I said, "Look, I got 2 weeks, well, really a week and a half before I leave to head to, Portugal, and now I'm gonna make sure that I am using the treadmill in all the places I'm staying. So I will make sure that I am creating a good habit, another
Well,
good
listen,
habit.
it doesn't have to be the treadmill. Just go outside and walk, especially you're
Well,
gonna
yeah,
be
when I
in
get
warm
to South
environments.
Africa, when I get to Namibia, I'll just walk. I can just walk along the
Yeah,
beach every
yeah.
morning. So, but the beach would be right out my window. So, looking forward to that.
Not everyone has those luxuries at their fingertips.
The sand dunes behind me and the beach in front of me.
It's good if you can get it.
Yeah, get it when you can get it. So I was
I will
telling
say
my
that's the one thing that I do miss about where we used to live prior, because I was like right on the river, and every morning it was just like a really nice, especially to watch the sun come up over the Delaware River.
Mhm,
I do
mhm.
miss that, but yeah, listen, get up and get out and do something for yourself every day. Get the exercise, and even if it's just walking, walking elevates your heart rate, and that
30
gets your whole
minutes a day,
body
they say,
going.
at
Yeah,
least 30 minutes, minimum 30
minimum.
minutes a day.
Yeah,
So, I put in 35 today. And
well, that's
because
good.
Adrian says
Listen,
he said, "I will match you." And I said, "Okay, it's gonna be easy for you today, but
it's
wait till I
it's
start getting going."
you have to start somewhere. Listen,
Yeah.
you talking about your health journey and getting back on your exercise groove. Um, I used to run like every day, 5 to
Yes.
7 days a week. And
Yeah,
then
you used to run.
yeah, and but after COVID, it's like COVID really knocked me out for a little bit. And then, that whole transition of life changing, getting
Mhm.
married, having COVID twice, and then just starting this business or whatever, it kind of like just threw me off. So I said to myself, this is not a New Year's resolution. I just need to start doing it. And I know it's all mental. You know what I mean?
It's all mental.
Everything that you do in life is really about having just mentally being there. And I have to say, today is day 36. I go to the gym, or I mean, it's been too cold to really go outside. And I love running outside, but I've been walking. I go on a treadmill or I run on a treadmill every single day. So I've closed my rings, I think, 36 days straight. So I started, I believe it was like New Year's Eve when I started again. So like all my Apple rings, when you look on my January, every
Mhm,
last one of them
mhm.
filled.
So you're good.
Everyone's filled for February right now. Yeah, and typically I'll go in the morning, but I haven't gone yet. So like after we get off of here, I'm hitting the street and I'm gonna do a walk and a run today, and then maybe I'll do something a little bit later in the gym.
Yeah, today's
But
a nice day. I'm hoping to
yeah,
photograph some ice in downtown Manhattan on the in the harbor as catch a nice sunset today. So we'll see
nice.
how that works out. But
Okay.
no one in the room is listening. I don't think that would know that information. that I did invite someone for that, so hopefully they don't know what I got planned. But I
Oh.
got that planned, and
Okay.
but yeah, it feels good to Adrian was like, "Well, there's a treadmill downstairs." I was like,
Listen,
"I need to exercise." So
start
yeah,
small. Don't put overexert and push yourself because
nope,
honestly, that's how you hurt yourself.
that's how
You
you hurt
know,
yourself.
e- just do the 30 minutes. You don't have to put it on high intensity. Just
Nope,
get the muscles moving, get your heart rate up, and then that's it. And then every day, just add on just a little bit more. Every week, you add on just a little bit more until you get to a point where you're comfortable. It's like, all right, you know what? Now I want to step it up. That's
yeah.
all.
I'm going back
Don't
to my
overdo it.
training days when I was cycling. Remember I used to cycle up to 100 miles per ride. I mean, I used to do
Yeah, you
century
were
rides.
crazy.
I was doing century rides. So I'm just getting back into training mode. All the things I've learned to be athletic and be out on those streets. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a buzz or something here? I hear a buzz. Okay, maybe. Okay,
Mm-mm,
maybe it's
I don't hear it.
okay. Okay, so anyway, let's say good morning to some folks.
Yes.
Hannah is in the building. She says, "Good morning, Ron and Chris and Touch Base Daily family." And if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like. It's how the algorithms know that you're here and that you are part of the conversation, that you are part of the community. Hit the like. Everyone, there should be at least right now 17 likes. Clicked. 17 likes should be already on the screen.
I hit mine.
Okay, so everybody hit the likes. Everybody hit a like. And if you're new to this platform, hit subscribe as well. Chris R. She says, "Good morning. Good morning." She gets the silver this morning. And the bronze goes to Miss G.R. Houston Jack. She says, "Good morning." And I see all the love between you. Hey, Omar's in the building. He says, "Good morning, all." Jazzy Jazz is in the building. She says, "Good morning, beautiful." And then with those beautiful roses, she always gives us roses. She gives us wonderful roses. I can smell those roses, Jazzy Jazz. And Kelly A's in the building. She says, "Good morning, everyone." And Bryson, here comes Bryson. Bryson said, "What's up, Ron? What's up, Chris? What's up, everybody? Happy Super Bowl weekend." Bryson, wasn't this one supposed to be for tomorrow? But I'll take it today.
Okay.
Tomorrow's the weekend, right? Tomorrow the weekend begins, but I'll take it because some people begin their weekend on Thursday. So, okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. And if you're in other parts of the world, it's already Friday. So, okay, we'll take it. Bryson says these Republicans are going after Netflix, bro, talking about trans women again.
Yeah, I'm so tired of them. But anyway.
Yeah, they're just horrible. G says Bryson and trans persons are not a concern when we can't afford health care and groceries. And Bryson says to that exactly. I said the same thing, Gwendolyn. But there's something that's in the news that I'm going to definitely come out the gate with because
Okay.
this is our TrendWatch Thursday. So trending right now this morning and as of last night. I don't know if you guys heard about this particular incident, but we will take you there. And I love the response of one of my favorite Instagrammers on the platform. And let's see if we can go to his page, and you're going to hear the words. Hold on a second. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, am I there? Is that the page? Yeah, Instagram. Here we go. So this is Ty, and Ty Barnett is always.
Oh yeah.
I
I like
love
him.
his summaries. His
Yeah.
summaries like are okay. I like this. So if you haven't heard about this that happened, well, now you're about to hear about. You're gonna hear about it.
Yeah.
Grown ass man putting his hands on peaceful protesting children phase. Chad Michael Watts, trash ass human. First of all, what are these dudes so angry about? For real. Y'all got everything. Y'all got the House, Senate, Executive, SCOTUS, DOJ, FBI, all of this power. Yet not only are y'all angry, y'all seem more angry. Could it be the fact that the dude y'all put in office became a billionaire while you became poor? Could it be the fact that the guy promised you a better life, but instead took away your health care? Could it be the fact that people are seeing what trash-ass humans y'all are in 4K? You would think that with all of this power y'all have, y'all got a full-on racist in the administration surrounded by other races. And instead of just driving past that peaceful protest and just sipping whatever cheap beer you drink, you feel compelled to get out of your vehicle and go put your hands on a child? The fact that he felt emboldened enough to go put his hands on a child, especially in public, should tell you where we at as a country. Luckily, those kids knew the assignment and whooped his ass like it was a UFC episode of Saved by the Bell. The fact that the governor, Greg Abbott, another shitty human being, said that the kids should be arrested, not the person who attacked them. The kids should be arrested for defending themselves against that adult. This is the same Greg Abbott, by the way, who pretends to be pro-life unless it comes to guns. The same Greg Abbott that says, I care about kids so much that I'm banning drag shows. Maybe if this dude would have attacked these kids while he was in drag, maybe then Greg Abbott would have went after him instead of going after these children who were exercising their constitutional rights. Who knows? But again, it should tell you where we at as a country.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So let me. He was still continuing. I gotta finish off. Sorry, my bad. I clicked him off too soon.
Right.
Let
Just
me go
know
back.
that they whipped his ass.
Has anyone heard about this in the community?
Yeah,
I
was
was
all over
shocked.
social media.
I was like, yo, and the kids were not having it. They were like,
And I don't blame them one bit. They were defending themselves. Like, why were you were in your vehicle? Why are you attacking these kids?
Yeah. So he
It's
finished
that
off.
white people are seeing in real time who these villains are, as opposed to
It's
the
still
narrative
loading.
and black people, brown
What's
people,
still loading?
immigrant,
Yeah, it's not playing.
trans
Oh,
people,
you don't
gay
even see it.
people in drag.
Okay.
They're people that look like
Oh, there we go. There we go.
And until you fully acknowledge what, who, and why the problem is, it's going to be more of these types of motherfuckers. The call is coming from inside the house. So much so, you can see the killer dialing the number.
I'm so tired of stupid.
There we go. Okay, that was it. So that was the end. Okay, so people, I sat there and said, this again, something is broken in the minds of MAGA people because they feel like they can touch you. They feel like they can hit you. They feel like they can do some kind of assault and get away with it. And every time they've proven that they've gotten their butts beat by the people that they assault.
Yeah.
What is in the mindset? Anyway, you guys think about it, ponder on it. If you got anything to say about it, we'll go. But also, let me just give you.
I have one too. I put one in the chat, in our private chat.
And here's also, this is the headlines from one of the. There we go. And it says, the headlines here is racist Trump supporter beat up by Texas high schoolers after attacking young girls protesting ICE. Look at that.
Not only is he attacking children, he's attacking school-age kids and young girls.
Yes.
That says all that
Girls,
needs to be said.
Kids.
What kind of man are you?
What kind of man attacks little girls?
I'll tell you, they call them punk ass bitches.
I mean, but this is the MAGA world. This is, here we go. Let's go.
Walking out of class and marching to speak out against immigration enforcement.
It's one of several school walkouts that we've seen in Central Texas over the last week. KVU's Kelsey Sanchez shows us what students had to say and how the school district is now responding.
Another round of protests, this time from students at Elgin High School. They say they're using their voice to speak out against ICE.
They're wrong. We need to show them that they're wrong.
It's the latest campus taking part in a walkout to demonstrate. On Wednesday, students from Leander ISD did the same. It also comes on the heels of new guidance from the Texas Education Agency for students, teachers, and districts participating in walkouts. And Governor Greg Abbott threatening to strip funding of schools who, quote, abandon their duty to teach students.
There is a pattern of Governor Abbott bullying teenagers who speak out.
State Representative Aaron Zwiener, who represents Hays County, says the governor is instilling fear in school districts.
I think this is likely to have the exact opposite effect and actually encourage bigger and honestly angrier demonstrations as students feel like they're being silenced.
Zwiener also called the consequences laid out by the education agency vague.
It is impossible for school districts to know what is going to cross the line and get them penalized. And it also is going to hamper school districts' ability to coordinate with student organizers and make sure the protests that are happening are safe and minimize disruption.
While the representative works to get answers for districts, these kids say they'll keep showing up.
We shouldn't be having to do this, but we have to.
In Elgin, Kelsey Sanchez, KVUE News.
You know, there's hope for America because kids are saying we have freedoms and we want to keep those freedoms and we are protesting.
But this really is all for them because we're at an age where, we're up there. This is the country and the world that they're inheriting.
Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to share that was a headline that was definitely out there. And Mimi says, let me go. Let me just see here what you guys are saying in the chat. Good morning. Okay, we got that. Oh yeah, G says, and they're quick to say liberals are fragile, but they get in their feelings all the time. And Mimi says, sad, he needs to be put under the jail. He is not a man. Absolutely. So there you go. Chris, you have another one, right? You had another one, right?
Yeah, so I put one in our private chat. This is the story about Savannah Guthrie's mother. She is one of the hosts, anchors for the Today Show on NBC. Her mom was abducted over the weekend, and it seems like it's starting to pan out that this was she was targeted, and it might be actually, I think someone said that it might be even someone within the family that has done this, but they definitely believe that she was targeted. It was well planned out, but no one knows where she is right now. I believe the link that I sent you was for The Guardian. And then there's a video in there that her and her siblings put out. I believe it was either yesterday or today.
Okay. I'm just hitting some of these comments before we go there.
Yeah.
And hey, Ken's in the building. Photo Ken. And let's see who else. Okay. Jazzy says, one day we are going to have to speak on the inherent violence in a certain group, but we are not ready for that conversation. I know what you're saying. Jazzy, facts, says Mimi. And G says, not even close to being ready, Jazzy. And Kelly A says, yes, so heartbreaking. And he says also, most home-related crimes are committed by folks who know the person.
Yeah.
They're hardly ever random.
Right.
Very true. And for all you guys and girls out there that love crime television, you know that is the truth.
Yeah.
Most crimes are committed by people you know. Assaults on people or by the people they know.
Especially when there doesn't seem to be any type of break-in or, it's someone you've probably let into your home and then they attack you.
Man, so there we go.
And subsequently, of course, she's pulled out of the Olympics, and then also her co-host has pulled out as well. So I don't know if anyone from the Today Show is going to. Well, I'm sure someone from the Today Show will be there, but her co-anchor has also pulled out.
So there's Savannah Guthrie release video. This is it, right, Chris? Here we go.
Yeah.
This was so heartbreaking. Yes, I saw this last night.
On behalf of our family, we want to thank all of you for the prayers, for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too. Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you. Our mom is our heart and our home. She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. She needs it not to suffer. We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again.
Wow. That was, when I saw that last night, I was just like, wow, this is not. But you know what was more upsetting to me is that there were not one ransom. There were several people crying out for ransom, meaning that
trying to
people
cash
were
in.
taking advantage of someone that lost their loved one or they can't,
They're missing as of right now.
as missing. And then you have several people saying they have her. I mean, I'm telling you, there's another level of evil that exists in our world, and people like that are just horrible. Anyway, what says your community? What are you guys? It's heartbreaking, right? It was like, this is heartbreaking. Jazzy says, very sad story. Something about the details of the story makes no sense. I said the same thing. I pray she is brought home safe. I sat there and said,
They believe it's a
dwell on
family
what
member.
Jazzy said? Well, the thing is when she was first declared missing, it was right out the gate, which usually people have to wait, 48 hours?
Yeah.
Number two is that the sheriff immediately came out and said, this is not she's just not missing, that this was a foul play. I think that's what they said on the very first day. So there's a lot of things that are going on that we don't know.
But here's the other thing also too. I think we have to take into consideration, because this case is very high profile because of who Savannah Guthrie is.
Nice,
She
Savannah
is
Guthrie.
an anchor, and she's known worldwide. I think that has a lot to do with it. Why they've kind of tried to get ahead of it before it gets out of hand. This is definitely something you would see on like Lifetime or one of those true crime stories. This definitely fits the bill. Something about it isn't right, and I believe they're starting to suspect that, like I said, it might be a family member, via marriage or something. But someone in this family knows something.
Yeah, I love what Mimi says. This is heartbreaking. It is always your own people. They need to check their circle of caregivers and friends. Someone knew her habits. Yeah. And I see here, and G agrees with that. And let's see what okay. And moving on from there. Sorry, guys. Just going through these real quick. I'm very sad. Something about the details at the story making any sense. Okay, got it. And Jazzy says that part, Ron, is not adding up. Something is not adding up. But like somebody knows something, and it's just sad that she doesn't have a medication. And let me tell you, for those that are on medication, medication is important. You cannot
Yeah.
miss your medication. And Jazzy says also, yes, it would have been high profile, but the approach from the police has been very strange to me from the very beginning. From the very beginning, the sheriff came out like, this is foul play. This is, we're looking for the people. We're looking for this and we're looking for, but everything in, not direct. But we'll see. What other headlines are there? Guys in the audience? Well, first of all, I mean, not to transfer from such a heartbreaking topic, but again, we talked about the Super Bowl, and how many? Just asking the question, just 'cause I was curious because we were talking about it around the house yesterday. How many of you are having a Super Bowl party? How many of you are having a Super Bowl party or getting to do something? And you know what? Before we go to Super Bowl, did anyone see the prayer breakfast this morning?
He's so sad.
Should we talk about it or should we just move on, Chris?
Just move on because it's
Okay.
the same shit, different day. The man, there's nothing godly about him. The man doesn't know how to pray. He's evil. He's a demonic. He needs to go to hell. Point blank. Let's move on.
Yeah. Okay. So just so you know, it was a prayer breakfast this morning, and the Kenkus spoke at it, and it was just horrific. So check
Do you
it out.
expect anything
Check it out.
else?
You can check it out in the headlines. Google it if you want to.
Don't listen to him because he's just running his
It's
mouth like he
horrible.
always is.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah. So BD Dramatic said, B Dramatic says, please move on. Okay, we got you. I love that. Hey, we're with the community. What you got? By party, do you mean me or in my PJs and the fluffy socks and some snacks? Yes. So we're gonna talk about Super Bowl. Well, one will say Super Bowl is a couple of days away. And I'm excited because obviously the Seahawks are in it because I love the Seahawks and always have. They're one of my favorite teams. But we were saying here, I was like, Adrian, are you guys doing a Super Bowl party? And it was like silence. And I was like, wait a minute, this is the house that has all the parties. What do you mean there's no people coming over? So how many of you are hosting a Super Bowl party, or are you going to a Super Bowl party, or it's just a loner time with like Jazzy said. Jazzy says, a party? Do you mean me and my PJs and fluffy socks and some snacks? Yep. And laugh. So how many, so you got three choices here. Are you giving a party? Are you going to a party? Or are you in your PJs and just kicking back and enjoying the day off and just enjoying the game by yourself?
Well, or, my husband, but I'll be right here in this seat editing videos and watching Super Bowl on this TV. That'll be my Sunday.
Breakfast from Aaron. Who's in the building? Jazzy, me too. So Mimi said that too. She says, Jazzy, me too. And Bryson says, we got plenty of bars of Super Bowl parties. Yes, and yeah, especially here in yes, there's always bars are always going to have a Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
That
cover charge.
Okay, a time will be. Jazzy says, she says to Mimi, and a time will be had. Yes, right, with her fluffies.
Well, here's the other thing too. If your team's not playing, most times you're either not throwing a party or going to one because you're really not interested in the teams that are playing. You'll watch for the fun of the game, or you'll watch for the ads and the halftime show.
So it's all about, it is definitely about, I was like, I think I will be, I know I'm not going out. And if I am out, I'm hanging out I'll be with some friends, maybe, like I may go to one of my buddies' house and just hang out and have some food or whatever and just relax and just watch movies. But then I'll definitely look at the Super Bowl from there. Or I'll be here with just the family here and watch the Super Bowl. Most likely I'll be here because there's no one more animated than Adrian when it comes to football.
Uh-oh.
So it's gonna be a lot of fun. We will have fun as a family all together. So no matter what we do, it's gonna be nice and fun. So Ken says there's a Washington. Here's another headline that he's mentioning. The Washington Post layoffs. Do you know anything about that, Chris?
Yes. So Jeff Bezos is laying off people from the Washington Post also after he didn't spend $75 million on a failed documentary.
Exactly. He could have took Melania's money and paid the team.
But this is what these people do. Like, I mean, I forgot where I saw it, but they were categorizing how he has been spending all of this money, on his lavish wedding, on his other endeavors, and then this fake documentary. But yet still, you're going to fire your editorial staff and lay off people in your newsroom. This is ridiculous.
So here's the headline. So we'll go straight to it, and you can see it. The great thing about it is that we can go and pull things up immediately. I'm making use of. I'm getting better at this. I am getting better at this, y'all. Believe it or not. Okay, so it says the Washington Post begins sweeping layoffs as it scales back news coverage. But also remember, a lot of people left the Washington Post, and people are also not using the Washington Post service. A lot of people got rid of their subscriptions because they no longer feel like the Washington Post, like it used to be known for the truth.
A lot of these billionaires and large companies that buy these newspapers to have put their spin on it don't realize that the only thing they're hurting is themselves, because viewership on newspapers are down. Viewership in news and regular media is down. And here's my other thing too. A lot of these reporters, journalists, what they need to really do is band together and say, you know what, that's it. We all quit, go start their own little startups, go the YouTube route, go the independent route. Because here's the thing, these companies aren't going to survive off of the 33% of MAGA loyalists.
No, they can't.
One, they don't read. That's the first part.
Before you go there, though, let me just read this really quick, and then you can go back. The Washington Post is laying off a third of its workers across all departments, scaling back foreign news coverage, and shutting down some sections of the paper. Executive editor Matt Murray announced the layoffs during a Zoom call with the employees on Wednesday. The Post will restrict its local news department and editing staff, close its book department, and shrink the number of journalists its stations overseas, he told staffers. Okay, there you go. Sorry, just wanted to put that in there.
But you have $75 million again to pay for a fake documentary. And he'll never make a profit off of it. And the only reason why people do movies and to get into that type of business is to make money.
Look at this. I love Westsider. Westsider says, welcome, Westsider. Welcome to our community. Westsider says, I love watching the legacy news go down in flames. No more lies, no more spin, no more PR front for the deep state. It will continue to get worse for anyone siphoning their information from them. Perfectly summed up. Great job. The person says, Westsider says, we like getting our news from independents like you two gentlemen. Ah, thank you. We're just spreading the news. We're just sharing, and so you can do your due diligence, and hopefully it will spur you on to definitely look into stuff. Westsider says, get the facts and let the people decipher. Love it. Ken says, not to excuse the blatant capitulation. Is it also a response to shifting use of independent media outlets? I agree. I think, Ken, for instance, like I just shared, is so many people have ended their subscription with Washington Post. I used to be a subscriber. I ended mine as well. So a lot of folks, a lot of money is not coming, but still, this is Jeff Bezos. He could fund this like that if he was really interested in journalism.
Yeah.
Real journalism. He could just put money over there. When you have so much money that you could they have so much money that they could never spend up. They could never buy enough things to use up all the money they have. When you have that kind of wealth, and if you took, what was it 70 altogether for the Melania stuff, $76 million went into that.
75 million,
yeah.
roughly.
I mean, that if you took half of that, if you took half of Melania's little thing, 20 million would be great for good journalism, right? If you really cared about journalism, you would take that 20 million and not reduce your staff, but you would pay for staff that is global. You would multiply and get better and more accurate news and embed more photographers, embed more reporters and journalists all over the world to get the accuracy you need in journalism.
Yep.
But this is a man that does not care about journalism. Thank you. That was a good topic there. Thank you.
Well, most of these corporations that own these legacy media now they don't care about journalism. They just care about putting out their point of view.
Kimmy says, this downfall in the media might very well make more people smarter by digging deep for the truth.
I wish that was the case.
I like that. Oh, I like that. Okay, I see this. Byron Floyd says, sup, y'all. Florida is in the building. Welcome.
Hello from Florida.
Welcome, Byron. Welcome, Byron. Look at that. We got some new folks in the building. I like that. I like that. Okay, we are a growing community. Okay, and are taking over the year. Okay, that's something different, a different subject. And Jazzy, Jazzy got a state. Jazzy has always a good statement. To Photo Ken, I don't think so, because if that was the case, the layoffs would have come sooner. So, and G says to Kimmy Kim, some people will dig deeper, but a lot of folks don't know how to research topics.
Yep.
IMO. And that one says, yeah, 100%. The unfortunate part about American society, without sounding anti-American, it is that most people don't read. Most people don't research. Most people are not critical thinkers. And you think about the MAGA movement. The MAGA movement is against being woke. And for we who know what woke means, woke just simply means do your research, know what's going on, have connection to what's happening around you, understanding politics, getting your education, staying focused with what's important. That's woke. And you have these people, these MAGA folks, anti-science, anti-intellectual, anti-reading, anti-woke, right? But people don't understand, if you learn and do the research, you will be better off. It's okay to do the research. It is okay to do the research. Nah, Murphy Ralston, I disagree with you. He says too many liberals. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Especially in today's world. And if you look at any of history, a lot of liberals today will be considered conservatives of yesterday. It's just that the conservatives have become so extreme. Speaking from a conservative person here. So I am a full-blown conservative. Well, not yet. I mean, now I'm more progressive because I'm about the people. When you think about the people, you can't help but lay down that conservative structure of thinking. You need, or for myself, I speak for myself. When you've been awakened and realize how many people are in need, how many people need services, how many people need education, how many people need the sciences and all that stuff that goes in, and living conditions and better pay, and the list goes on. It's not being liberal, it's just being pro-human. It's being pro-people. Now, if you don't want to be pro-people, that's a different story. JMZWLVT3285 says, make us united again. I agree. Well, in some places we have never been united. So let's go there. We won't go there. We won't go down that rabbit hole. Jazzy says, Kimmy Kim, I want it to be, but I feel our society is getting dumber because more and more people who don't know facts have a platform or have platforms and are unwilling to seek out facts. I agree, Jazzy Jazz. And G says, Ron, what you're describing is being woke. There are people who can consciously choose to be ignorant. I agree. Yeah. And then Mimi says, exactly. People don't read or research. This is critical for elections coming. And y'all know how we feel in this community. Tell your folks about your upcoming elections. Some elections are happening ideally in Texas, or we just had one in Texas. There's one, I think, in Colorado getting ready to come up. I feel there's a bunch of elections coming up in the month of February. And then another batch are coming up in March. And remember, all voting begins locally. You want to change the country? You got to start locally. Jazzy says, I can't even say it, just MAGA folks. There are a lot of people who don't want to research beyond the headlines. Yeah, that we can say is not just MAGA. That is a big portion of our country. When you think about how many people voted for Kamala, how many people voted for Kankles, and then 84 million people stayed home.
Yeah.
Blissful ignorance, or just lazy, or just have given up, or just didn't care.
Or a combination of all three.
Or a combination of all three. Jazzy said, G says to Jazzy, most of these students are even taught how to research a topic. Yeah. Kimmy Kim says, look, you guys are in it. You guys are in the chat today. Kimmy Kim says, sounds like it should be a required class in high school and beyond if the system wants to keep the truth away from people. Hannah says, oops, sorry, Hannah, got you one more time. There we go. And it says, I laid back Super Bowl at our house. Okay, we got the Super Bowl thing back there. And G says, another report I read said most children in elementary school read at a 3rd grade level.
Yeah.
And Mimi agrees with me. Jazzy says, I don't think people understand just how bad of a policy No Child Left Behind really was. Wow. Look at that. You guys are in it. I love your points of views here. G says, and since Texas education plans has an impact on all states, it's all about testing, which has no value. Omar says, education is not taught in schools. Whew. Wow. That's something. That's something.
I mean, I remember when I was in high school, we had social studies, we had current events. I remember how I got into reading the paper all the time was, I believe it was like 10th grade. My social studies teacher said every day you have to reid bring an article in from out of the newspaper and then talk about it in class. Like we would spend like the first half an hour just going over articles of stuff that we read on the day, and it kept you up to date on current events. It didn't have to be locally; it could be international, whatever. But he wanted you to have an understanding of what's going on currently in the world that you live in, because this impacts you.
Yeah,
And
I
we've
remember when I was
lost
a
that.
kid.
We have lost that.
Mhm. When I was a kid, my aunt and my mother used to get the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal every Sunday. The rest of the week, she didn't probably get the paper. But every Sunday, we had that big. I had to go down. Well, we had a candy store underneath us. We lived above a candy store that sold newspapers. I would have to get up in the morning, go downstairs, grab the paper, bring it upstairs, and my mother would take the paper apart and say, "Son, you need to read at least one of these pieces, one of these parts." Then my cousin did not like. I fell in love with the finances. I always loved news. My cousin hated, because my aunt did the same thing with my cousin. And she said, "Well, you don't like politics or you don't like economics. I know one thing you do love. So you are required to read the sports section every Sunday." So, because he loved sports, he played football. He loved everything about football and sports. So she and our parents knew how to reel us in to being educated weekly, besides my Curious George books. But other than that, when I got older, it was the New York Times. It was the Wall Street Journal, just to get a sense of how to research and look up stuff and read.
Can I interject real quick? I want to change subjects really quickly. I want to call someone to the front of the room. Dr. Tachi, I'm going to put you up on blast. Oops, not wrong one. Hold on, where is it?
I got you.
There we go.
I got it.
She said, welcome to the Vertical Stream. Welcome to the podcast.
Tachi.
Happy belated birthday, Dr. Tachi.
Happy
yes, it was Dr. Tachi's
birthday. Yes, Dr. Tachi's birthday. Yes, indeed. I sent her a big heart with fireworks.
Yeah, I sent her a private message this morning. I don't know how I missed the chat last night. But I saw it when I got this morning. I sent her a message early this morning. Just a special shout out to a very special person. I hope you enjoyed your day. I hope you enjoyed today, and I hope you're doing something this weekend to celebrate. Just want to show some love to this community's #1, Dr. Tachi.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
She gives us information about entertainment, about how to do these podcasts. She has given us foundation. She supports us.
She's provided a platform.
She's provided the platform. She is if you want to say about the foundation of all what we do around here, she is a major. She's like the center pillar.
That lady right there.
That lady right there. We say, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Okay.
Yeah.
I won't go beyond that. Can I get fireworks? Can I give fireworks? No, it's not.
Well, you're moving too much. Just go. I don't think mine's. I think I turned mine off. It might be off.
It may be. Oh, where's my balloons?
Boom, we're sending fireworks to you. Sending fireworks.
Where's my balloons when you need them? Okay, just do one. And, I don't know. This thing works once in a while. It doesn't. I tell you. I mean, what's going on, Apple? I need to fix my settings or something.
Actually, let's see if I can get it. I think I turned it on. Can you get it?
Can you? Yeah, there you go, Chris. Chris got it. Okay, let me see if I can get it. Let me see. For Dr. Tachi, y'all. For Dr. Tachi. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
We got it.
Let's see if we can get another one. Boom. Balloons for you. Balloons.
Yes, Dr. Tachi. There we go, Dr. Tachi.
Okay. Here's another one. Boom. Some confetti for you.
How did you get the confetti?
I had the panel open on my computer, so I'm just pressing the buttons. Which one is this? I don't know what this one is. Oh, okay. This is my same fireworks.
So we got all the love here.
Right. That's the love for you.
That's the love for Dr. Tachi. We love her. And she really is. And she is our journalist. Literally, she She is the real thing. She's been to
Yes.
school. She teaches journalism. She is the real thing. So
Yep.
our community is of a vast people, and I appreciate her so much. Thank you, Chris. And I think
I saw her
that's
pop
really,
in the room. I was like, nope, gotta pull it to the front of the
yeah.
classroom.
And then let's see. So we got, oh, that's G Fave.
Yes, the confetti. One day I'll have to get one of those poppers and pop it in here.
I'm never doing it. Never. Because I don't like the cleanup.
Well, that
I don't
part.
know. Gwendolyn is committed to her confetti. Committed. Hannah says, happy
the blue
birthday again,
dye.
Dr. Tachi. And I see Kelly says, let me just get those up on the screen. Kelly says, happy birthday, Dr. Tachi, because this is worth putting it all on the screen. Dr. Tachi says, thanks all. And Kenny Ken says, happy birthday, Dr. Tachi. And G says, happy birthday, Dr. Tachi. And with her little streamers. And Jazzy says, wait, Dr. Tachi, happy birthday. And Mimi says, happy birthday, Dr. Tachi. I'm going through all of them because they're important. Yes. Okay, we got them all in. Okay, on that note, that's a good way to end.
No, that's a good way to end.
That was a good way to end the show today because, again, we want to make sure we leave here on an upbeat every time.
Yes.
That's right. We focus on what matters, and that's what we do. And look at the laughter. Look at the laughter. That's what it's all about. We need to be lifted up. Lifted up. Okay, so let me lift you up on something that's happening. And let me tell you, this is happening. Let me get this on the screen for you. For this week, if you are in New York City, if you're in the New York City area, myself and a bunch of amazing photographers are going to have our work in exhibition on the Lower East Side, near the Lower East Side of Manhattan, New York City. And it's called Women of Color, Long Journey Forward, and Still We Rise. The gallery is open with all of our work on the wall starting today. As well, is today the 4th? What's today? Today's the 5th. It opened up yesterday. So between February 4th to March 28th, on Saturday, you'll have an opportunity to connect with all of the photographers that have their work presented in this exhibition. And so if you want to go during the week, you can always go group photo exhibition celebrating the women of the 68888 Postal Directory Battalion. And then also the gallery is open every day from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you want to go, the information is here. Where is it located? It's at the Wilmer Jennings Gallery, 219 East 2nd Street in New York, 100009. Okay, so check it out. If you're in this area, go and visit, and you'll see all of our works on the wall. And I am so honored to be among so many amazing photographers. Also, so you know, is the community. Get involved. Ken put some stuff inside the community yesterday, and I was able to interact with it. Yes, and he did tell us Ken, what was it I was supposed to talk about? You said to mention this. Oh, it was the photography. I will have the link. There's a photography contest that is closing this month, but if you are a photographer and you have photography that you want to share and submit to the to this I think it's contest, you will be able to do that. So you can go to the community. The information is right there in the community. Okay, next, if you want to join our email list today, you can do that by going to ronlewisphotos.com, and you can be a part of our email list. And I know Hannah says, Ron, where's the newsletters? I was like, well, I haven't done a newsletter yet this year. So I'm going to do a newsletter as soon as I need to do one. Okay. I'm not even going to promise you when, but I need to do one. So, and sorry about that. Event photography. If you're looking for an event photographer, I am an event photographer. And I am also looking for an event photographer. If you're in New York City, one of my clients is looking for, I can't do it. So if you are an event photographer in New York City and you need a little work, this is a high-end job for one of the chambers, global chambers here in they're based in outside of the country and here. So reach out to me if you want to be if you can take that. I'll be away on assignment, so they still need a photographer. And if you know someone, reach out to me. Okay. And last but not least, thank you, Patreon members. Your support helps us create amazing content. And if you want to join our Patreon community, you can do that. The QR code is on the screen there. And also, last but not least, join our YouTube channel. We are here. This is a community. We are growing. Every day we've been growing like one person a day. And then yesterday we grew like 4 people yesterday joined our community. And we just continue to grow. So obviously something's working here and we are doing it. And I'm thankful for the community because we can't do this without all of us doing it together. Okay. And so hit like if you're in the building and hit subscribe if you have not, and to be a part of the community. I think we got it all. Chris, is there anything you wanted to share?
No, just go and watch the latest 2 episodes of the recap show. We released Drag Race recap on Monday, and then we released Traders recap yesterday. So those shows are both out, and then the new shows drop next week. So just go and watch, and then everyone have a great Super Bowl Sunday. I mean, we'll be back on tomorrow, but still.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's our wonderful day. Ron, can you send this flyer? So she says, Ron, can you send this flyer so we can share? Yep, we can do that. I'm going to send it to you right after I get off. And there we go. That's what it was. It wasn't the contest. It was the New York Times portfolio review. Thank you, Ken. Keeping me honest. Thank you, Ken. So it's called the New York Times portfolio review for all the photographers out there. And you want someone to look at your work, do that. Okay, so there we have it. They can fly me in, says Omar. Great conversation, Jazzy says, for today. Jazzy says, Chris. Well, let me get it on the screen. Chris, I watched the one about the traders.
It was a good one.
Okay, so there we go. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you tomorrow, and have a wonderful Thursday. Do something wonderful. And you know what I always say? Look in the mirror and say to yourself every day, I love you. Look in the mirror and say, I love you. Okay. Anyway, good day. We love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.